Hello once again, and welcome back to Triple G Sports Replays. Today we're doing our MLB 1977 replay. It is May 15th. It's 1:15 in the Sunday afternoon at Metropolitan Stadium. And we are going to see the expansion Toronto Blue Jays take on the Minnesota Twins. First off, for a little history here, the Blue Jays are 9-24 on the season. They are 13.5 games back in New York. 2-game losing streak. They've lost both games of the series to the Twins, 4-2 and 6-1. They're 2-8 in their last 10, and on the road 4-10 for the season. For the Minnesota Twins, they are 8-14 on the season, one game behind Kansas City. They've won these last 2 games, 7-3 out of their last 10, and they are 7-4 at home. And so let's go through our starting lineups. For Toronto, batting first, playing short is Bob Baylor. Playing left and batting second is Al Woods. Batting third, at third base is Roy Howell. Batting fourth, right fielder Otto Valise. Batting fifth, the designated hitter Ron Fairley. Batting sixth at first base, rookie Doug Ault. Batting seventh and catching is Alan Ashby. Batting eighth in center field, Gary Woods. And batting ninth, playing second base, Pete Garcia. And your starting pitcher for the Toronto Blue Jays is Jerry Garvin. He's a C grade with a Y modifier. And for the home Minnesota Twins, batting first in center field is Lyman Bostock. Batting second in right is Dan Ford. Batting third, playing first base, Rod Carew. Batting fourth in left, Larry Heisel. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, Craig Kusick. Batting sixth and catching is Butch Weiniger. Batting seventh at second base, Jerry Terrell. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Roy Smalley. And batting ninth, playing third base, Mike Cubbage. Just a note as I'm recording this, Mike Cubbage passed away this week. And pitching for the Twins will be Pete Redfern. He's a C grade with a W modifier. So that is our starting lineups for today's game. Redfern takes the mound, and first up for Toronto is going to be Bob Baylor. Bob Baylor has appeared in 24 games. He's batting .312. He has 3 doubles and 2 home runs. And the pitch from Redfern. A 66 is a 0, that's a hard hit ball. 64 is a 6, that's hit to the gap and right. And Baylor is in with a stand-up double to lead off the game. Let's see if Toronto can do anything with that. Al Woods is the next batter. Al appeared in 26 games, batting .286. He is actually, for this first 2 games of the series, he's 4 for 9. He does have 3 home runs. Let's see if he can get Baylor in. And the pitch to Woods. A 33 is a 7. And that's a single to right. Baylor cruises around third and scores. And we've got a 1-0 ball game. So in the top of the first, Toronto with nobody out sees Al Woods hit a single to right field. Baylor scores, and it's 1-0. All right, now coming up, Roy Howell. Roy's appeared in 3 games with Toronto since coming over from the Rangers. He's with 3 for 9 with the Toronto Ball Club. And the pitch. 25 is an 8. That's going to be a single to left, and Woods gets over to third. So we've got runners on the corners, and Toronto came to play today. All right, next up, right fielder Otto Valiz. Valiz appeared in 28 games, batting .265. He's got leads the team, tied for leading the team in 7 doubles, leads the team with 4 home runs. In his last 4 games, he is 8 for 16, so he's on a hot streak. Let's see if that continues. And the pitch. 24 is a 13. He is out on strikes. First strike out of the game for Redfern. All right. That's going to bring up Ron Fairley. Fairley's played in 26 games, batting .293. He does have 6 doubles, 2 home runs. He is on a 6-game hitting streak. And in these 6 games that he's 12 for 24, so he's on a hot streak. And let's see if that'll continue. And the pitch to Fairley is a 15. That's an 8. And that's hit in the air to center field. And the center fielder, Bostuk's underneath it, makes the catch, and Woods comes in to score. So that's a sacrifice fly for Fairley. And it's now 2-0. The expansion Blue Jays. So Fairley, sacrifice fly to center. Woods scores. And it's 2-0. All right. So we got a runner on first, and that's going to bring up the rookie Doug Alt. Alt's appeared in all 33 games. He's batting .205. He does have 6 doubles, 14 RBIs. And the pitch to Alt. 33 is a 0. That's a hard hit ball. 36 is a 6. That's hit over down the first base line. And Howell manages to get around and scores. And Alt is in safely at second. Another RBI, and it's 3-0. So Alt hits a double over first base. Howell scores from first, and it's 3-0. All right, Alan Ashby's up for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's appeared in 29 games. He's batting .200. He does have 3 doubles on the season. And the pitch to Ashby, a 41's a 24. And that's popped up to the left side. Shortstop Smalley's there to make the grab, and the side's retired, but not before the Blue Jays put up a crooked number. And so, halfway through the first inning, it's 3-0. All right. Oh, we never did go through Redfern. Redfern for the Twins. He's 2-1 on the season had a .398 ERA in 6 starts. He does have 1 complete game. His last outing was on May 4th at Cleveland, where he only went 1 2/3, gave up 4 runs on 7 hits. Did have 2 home runs against him on that game. Now with the Toronto Blue Jays, we've got Jerry Garvin on the mound. He is pitching pretty well for the C grade. He's 3-1 in 7 starts with a 1.52 ERA. That's 3rd in the American League. He does have 2 complete game shutouts to his credit. The shutouts are tied for 3rd. His last game was on the 10th. They were home and beat Seattle 4-0. That's one of his shutouts. Pitched 9 innings, gave up 2 hits, and had 8 strikeouts. So that's the tail on Garvin. Let's see if the Twins can get to him. Lyman Bostock is up. The Twins have a pretty potent offense. Bostock's played in 29 games, batting .298. He's tied for first in the league with 6 triples along with teammate Rod Carew. He does have 6 doubles, and he has scored a run in the last 6 games. He's on a 6-game run scoring streak. And the pitch, 25 is an 8, and that's hit to the gap and left. And he is on with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Disco Dan Ford. Ford's appeared in 31 games. He's batting .241, has 4 doubles, 3 triples, and 2 home runs. The pitch to Ford. 24 is a 13. He goes down swinging. First strikeout of the day for Garvin. That'll bring up Rod Carew. This was his MVP season, 1977. He's all over the leaderboard. First in league in average at .374. He's first in league with hits. He's 7th in the league with 27 RBIs. Once again tied for the league in lead in triples with his teammate Bostock with 6. He's actually leading the team in home runs with 6. 5th in slugging at .628. 3rd in on base percentage, .425. He's on a 9-game hitting streak. And actually, of all 32 games he's played in, he's hit in every game but 1. 31 out of 32 games. And he has had an RBI in 6 straight games. Let's see if he can make that 7. And the pitch to Carew, a 34 is a 31, and that's hit in the air to center field. Gary Woods is under it, and that's 2 away. That'll bring up Larry Heisel. He's also a threat out here. He is 3rd in the league in average at .353. He's 1st in the league with runs scored at 29, 4th with hits at 41, 2nd in RBIs with 31. He is tied for 3rd in triples with 4. He's 6th in slugging with a .621, and he's 1st in on-base percentage, .432. In his last 18 games, he has hit safely in 17 of the 18. And the pitch to Heisel. 34 is a 31, and that's in the air to center field. Gary Woods is there to make the grab, and the sides are tired, and the Twins leave 1 in the bottom of the 1st. And so, at the end of 1, it's 3-0. Redfern comes out to pitch. Gary Woods is up for Toronto. Gary Woods, he's appeared in 27 games, only batted in .168. He's got 4 doubles. And the pitch. 23 is 26. That's hit over to second base. Terrell grabs it, throws it to Carew, and that's 1 away. That will bring up Pete Garcia. Or Pedro Garcia. Pedro's appeared in 27 games. He's batting .133. He is 0 for his last 14. However, he does have 7 doubles. And the pitch to Garcia, 63 is a 32. That's hit in the air to right. Ford goes over to make the catch, and that's 2 away. That's going to bring Bob Baylor up. He had that leadoff double to start the game, scored the first run. The pitch, 36 is a 33, and that's hit in the air. It's over on the right side. Second baseman Terrell makes the grab, and the sides are tired. So we have a quick 1-2-3 inning. And it's still 3-0. Garvin comes out. He's going to face Craig Cusick. Cusick's appeared in 21 games, batting .232. He does have a home run with 9 RBIs. And the pitch, a 41's a 24. That's hit over to the left side. Shortstop, Baylor makes the grab, throws it the first for the out. Now we'll see Butch Weiniger. Weiniger has appeared in 23 games, batting .218, does have 2 home runs. And the pitch to Weiniger. 46 is a 29. That's a comeback to the mound. Garvin throws it over to first for the out, and that's 2 away. Now we're going to see Jerry Terrell. He's appeared on 16 games, only batting .149. Does have a double though. And the pitch to Terrell. 34 is a 31. That's hit in the air to center. Gary Woods is there, and the sides are tired. And so a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Minnesota Twins. And we are still 3-1 after 2. All right, Redfern's out to pitch. We've got Al Woods up. He had that RBI single earlier. The pitch of 54 is a 32. That's hit in the air to right. Ford gets it, makes a catch, and that's 1 away. Roy Howell's up. He had a single earlier. And the pitch to Howell. 53 is a 20. Second baseman average, that's going to be that air on second baseman Jerry Terrell. That's his 3rd error of the season. So we got Howell on first. That'll bring up Otto Valiz. He struck out his first time up. And the pitch. 41 is a 24. That's hit hard to the shortstop. Smalley tosses it to Terrell. Over to Carew, and that's a double play to end the inning. And so the Blue Jays go down quickly. And through 2.5, we are 3-0. All right, Jerry Garvin's up. First batter is going to be Roy Smalley. Roy Smalley's appeared in 27 games, batting .245. He does have 4 doubles. And the pitch to Smalley. A 51 is a 14. He draws a walk. So we've got Smalley on first. That'll bring up Mike Cubbage. I say Mike Cubbage here as I'm recording this, passed away earlier this week. He appeared in 27 games so far, batting .276, has 7 doubles, 2 home runs. And I think we're gonna go and try to sacrifice him over. And Cubbage is going to try to bunt. A 12 is a 25. And that's going to be a double play. He pops it up. Catcher grabs it, catches the runner off on first. And so it's a catcher 2-1 or 2-3 double play. Not what he wanted. Pop her up. Ashby catches it, throws her to first to catch Smalley off, and we have 2 down. All right. Now we got Lemon Bostic up. He had that leadoff single in the bottom of the first. And the pitch. 24 is a 13, and he goes down swinging. And so they get a runner on, but are not able to do anything with that. And so we are at the end of 3, and it's 3-0. All right. Redfern comes out for the 4th inning, and we're going to see Ron Fairley up. He had that sacrifice fly earlier in the game. The pitch is a 36. That's a 14. He draws a walk. So he's going to be on first base. It's going to bring up Doug Alt, who had that RBI single in the first. And the pitch to Alt. 25 is a 9. That's a hit over to third. Cubbage throws to first to get the out, but Fairley does get to second. So now we've got one down runner on second. Alan Ashby's up. 0 for 1 on the day. And the pitch to Ashby. 62 is a 12. And he's going to go down swinging. Second strikeout of the day for Redfern. That'll bring up Gary Woods. Woods is 0 for 1. And the pitch to Woods. A 22 is an 8. And that is hit over second base. And Fairley is going home. Play at the plate. Throw from Bossack, and he gets him. Fairley tried to push the lead, and he is thrown out. Bostic to Weiniger, and that does end the side. Toronto trying to play aggressive, add some more runs. Just as a mental note, I don't ever play safe. I figure the cards are made to reflect a certain way. And I figure guys, especially an expansion team like Toronto, they need runs when they're ahead. So we are halfway through the fourth, and it's still 3-0. And that's going to bring up Garvin to pitch. He's going to face Dan Ford. Ford struck out his first time at bat. And the pitch, a 42 is a 40, and that's fouled off. 0-1. The pitch, 46-13. He goes down swinging. Second strikeout of the day for Ford. All right, Rod Carew is up. He's at first, or 0 for 1 on the day on the pitch. 41's a 28. That's hit over to short. Baylor gets it, throws to Alt for the out. That's 2 down. Larry Heisel's up. 0 for 1 on the day. And the pitch to Heisel. Snake Eyes is a 5. That's a hard hit ball down the first base line. It's in the corner, and Heisel hustles over, and he is standing up with a double on second. So I'll bring up Kuzik. 0 for 1. Let's see if he can get a run in. And 24-13. He goes down swinging. And so the Twins strand another runner. And so we are through 4 innings. And we are still looking 3-0 Toronto. All right, Redfern comes out to pitch the 5th. Garcia is up. 0 for 1 on the day. And the pitch. 65's a 35. That's popped up. Just in front of the mound. Weiniger's there to make the grab, and we got 1 away. Bob Baylor's up. 1 for 2 with that leadoff double. Then from the first. And the pitch from Redfern. 14's a 30. That's hit in the air to left. Heisel's there to make the grab. 2 away. Al Woods is up. He's 1 for 2 with that RBI single in the first. Run scored. The pitch, 64's a 13. He goes down swinging. And the sides are tired for Toronto. So Redfern's starting to fit in here a little bit. And we are still looking 3-0 midway through the 5th. All right, Jerry Garvin's out. can he get his second consecutive shutout? Butch Weiniger's going to be up. He's over 1. And the pitch to Weiniger. A 45 is a 14. That draws a walk. So he's going to be on first. All right. That's going to bring up Jerry Terrell. And he's going to try to bunt him over. A 45 is a 14. And he's going to draw a walk. So now we've got runners on first and second. With Roy Smalley coming up. He's going to try to bunt guys over. He squares up to bunt. A 13 is a 14. And he draws a walk. And so we've got bases loaded with nobody out. And that'll bring up Mike Cubbage. So, infield's playing deep, hoping for the double play ball or a strikeout. And the pitch to Cubbage, 55 is an 8. And that's hit through the shortstop. Weiniger scores. Terrell scores. And the Twins are on the board with runners at the corners. Big RBI single by Mike Cubbage. And so, bottom of the 5th. Minnesota strikes with nobody out. Cubbage hits a single through shortstop. Weiniger and Terrell score, and it's a ball game, 3-2. All right. Toronto's going to play deep, hoping to get that double play. Bostic's up 1 for 2 with that strikeout last time up. And the pitch. 24 is a 13. He goes down swinging again. That's 5th strikeout of the day for Garvin. That will bring Ford up. He has been up twice. He struck out twice. And the pitch. 65 is a 35. And that's hit over to the right side. Over foul, out of play, but second baseman Garcia runs over and catches it in foul ground, and that's the second out. All right, good play there by Garcia. Caru's up 0 for 2. Let's see if he can do some damage. And the pitch. 24 is a 13. He goes down swinging. Another strikeout for Garvin. But the Twins get on the board with a crooked number. And so we are through the end of 5 innings. And we got a ball game. It's 3-2 Toronto over Minnesota. All right, Redford's going to come out, start the 6th. We'll see how deep he can go. There is activity in the bullpen. Roy Howell is up 1 for 2 on the day. Pitch to Howell. 15 is an 8. That's hit to the gap and left, and it drops for a single. So we got 1 on. Otto Veliz 0 for 2 with a strikeout. The pitch to Veliz. 33 is a 6. And that's a hard hit ball over first base down the line. And he's going to be in with a double. Howell stays at third. Not RBI, that's a double. that double for Valise. That's his 8th double of the season. All right. Runners up for second and third. Fairley's up. He's got a walk and a sacrifice fly. Infield's going to play deep and try to get the out. And the pitch to Fairley, runaway dive. Pitch to Fairley. 66, that's hard hit. It's going to straightaway center, and that is gone. 3-run home run by Ron Fairley. For Fairley, that's home run number 3 on the season, and he opens up this ball game again. It's now 6-2. Top of the 6th, Toronto with nobody out. Fairley hits a home run to center field, scoring. Howell and Valise, and it is 6-2. And like I say, we've seen Toronto's played, what, 33 games. I don't remember a game they played this well, to be honest. And that's it for Redfern. 5 innings. He's given up 6 runs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits on the day. He had 3 strikeouts to go with 1 walk. And he is done. Twins are going to bring in Bergmeyer. All right. So Tom Bergmeyer, he's a C pitcher, no modifiers. Two great pitchers, so there'll be no adjustments on fielding. Oh, by the way, Toronto fielding, they're a 32-28, so they're going to be fielding 3. Minnesota's a 37-32, they'll be fielding 2. All right. Come back here. Okay, so Bergmeyer's in. He's going to face Doug Alt. Alt's 1 for 2 with an RBI single. And the pitch. 23 is a 30. That's hit in the air to left, and easy grab for Heisel, 1 away. Alan Ashby's up. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch to Bergmeyer. 13 is a 14, that's a walk. So he's going to be on first with a walk. That'll bring up Gary Woods. 1 for 2 on the day, and the pitch to Woods. 13 is a 13, he goes down swinging. First strikeout of the day for Bergmeyer. And that'll bring up Pedro Garcia. He's 0 for 2. The pitch. 31 is a 42, and he's hit by the pitch. Bergmeyer hits him. So we've got runners on first and second with Bob Baylor up. Baylor had that double last time up, or to lead off the game. That's his 4th double of the season. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. And the pitch. 53 is a 15. And that's hit in the air to left. Left fielder Heisel is Single to left. One scores, other to third, and the batter to second on the play at the plate. So Baylor's going to get a single. Ashby scores. And Garcia's safe at third on the play. Baylor gets the second on the throw. Another run for Toronto. So we got Baylor single to left field. Ashby scores. It's 7-2. I don't know if the Toronto Blues have scored 7 runs this year. All right. So we got runners on second and third. We got 2 down. Al Woods is up. And he's 1 for 3 with a ribby and a run scored, along with a strikeout and the pitch to Woods. 61 is a 29, and that's a comebacker to the mound. Bergmeyer throws it to first, and the side's retired. They leave 2, but they do damage. And it's now 4 runs scored. It's 7-2. All right, middle of the 6th, 7-2 Toronto. Garvin's coming out. There is activity in the bullpen though. Heisel's up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. That double was his, with a double, it's his 9th double on the season. Team leading doubles. In the pitch. 24 is a 13. He goes down swinging. 1 away with Frkusek. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And the pitch. 45 is a 14. He manages to draw a walk. 5th walk on the day for Garvin. All right. Butch Weiniger comes up. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and run scored. And the pitch. 54 is a 32. That's hit in the air to right. Feliz is there to make the grab. We got 2 away. And that'll see Jerry Terrell up. Terrell, he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Has scored a run. And the pitch. 12 is a 25. That's hit on hard to second. And Garcia tosses it over to Baylor for the out. And the side's retired. And so, through the end of 6, it's still 7-2. All right, Bergmeyer's going to come on and at least start the inning, but we do see activity in the bullpen. Roy Howell is up. Howell's 2 for 3 on the day with 2 runs scored. And the pitch. 31 is a 9. That's popped up to the left side of the infield. Coverage is there, makes a grab. 1 away. And we're going to see a pitching change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So Bergmeyer's going to go 1 1/3. Gives up a hit and a run scored. He does have a strikeout to go with a walk. So pretty much 1's all the way across his line for the day, except pitching 1 1/3. And Minnesota is going to bring out Tom Johnson. Tom Johnson's a B pitcher with a YZ modifier. Oh, we didn't go through Bergmeyer stats. Bergmeyer, 1-0 for the season with a save in 12 appearances. He had a 3.20 ERA. As we bring Johnson in, I say he's a B pitcher with a YZ modifier. Tom Johnson appeared in 12 games. He's got a 2-3 record with 2 saves, a 4.10 ERA. He's pitched 26 1/3 innings, only 3 walks, and 18 strikeouts. All right. And that's going to bring up Otto Valiz. So Valiz, 1 for 3 on the day, has that double and a strikeout with a run scored. And the pitch. 26 is a 13. He goes down swinging. That's 2 away. That'll bring up Ron Fairley. He's 1 for 1 with a walk, sacrifice fly, and that 3-run home run. Pitch to Fairley. 42 is a 14. He manages to draw a walk. Second walk of the day for Fairley. That'll bring Alt up, who's 1 for 3 with has this RBI. The pitch. 22 is a 7. And that's a single to right. Runner to third. And we've got runners at the corners. All right. That's going to bring up Ashby. Ashby's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a walk with a run scored. And the pitch. 16's a 28. Gets hit on the ground over to shortstop. He tosses it over to Terrell at second for the out. And the threat is retired. Toronto leaves 2 on base. But do not get one across. All right, and so it's the 7th inning stretch, and Toronto's ahead on this one, 7-2. Okay. Garvin's going to come out to start the inning, but we do have activity out there in that bullpen. And Roy Smalley's up. Smalley, 2 walks on the day in the pitch. 24 is a 13. He goes down swinging. And I think that's going to be the end of the day for Smalley. So Garvin goes 6 1/3, 2 runs, 3 hits on the day. He does have 8 strikeouts, but he's also got 5 walks. And let's see here. We're going to bring out Jerry Johnson to pitch. He's a C-grade pitcher with a YW modifier. We're going to have Mike Cubbage up with 1 down to face Johnson. Johnson for the Blue Jays appeared in 14 games. He's 0 for 2 with 1 save. Does have a 3.00 ERA, 21 innings, 6 walks, and 19 strikeouts. And the pitch to Cubbage. Oop, cocked die, need to roll again. A 12's a 25, that's hit on the ground over to the right side. Garcia grabs it, throws it to Baylor for the out, that's 2 away. I'll bring up Bostic. He's 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And the pitch, a 51's an 8, and that's hit to the gap and left. And he'll be on first with a single. Dan Ford's up 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. The pitch to Ford. 64's a 13. He goes down swinging again. 3rd on the day. And so Minnesota leaves another runner stranded. And we're at the end of 7. And it's 7-2. Okay, Tom Johnson back on the mound for the Twins. Gary, let's see, we have Gary hit. Yeah, we're going to have Woods at least try to get on. And the pitch to Woods. Woods 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. 23's a 26. That's hit on the ground to the right side. Terrell grabs it, throws it to Smalley for the out. We got 1 away. That'll bring Garcia up 0 for 2 on the day. Was hit by a pitch. Last time up, and the pitch. 62 is a 12. That's hit on the ground first. Carew grabs it, takes it himself, and we got 2 outs. That'll see Bob Baylor up 2 for 4 on the day with a run scored, RBI and a double, and the pitch. 32 is a 26. That's hit over to Terrell at second. Throws it to Cubbage. Side's retired. And that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Blue Jays. And here we're halfway through the 8th. Still 7-2 Toronto. Jerry Johnson's coming up to pitch again. He's going to face Rod Carew. Carew 0 for 3 with a strikeout. This might be his last chance to, let's see if he gets a hit. 64's a 9. That's popped up to the left side. Howell's there to make the grab, and that's 1 away. Carew's 0 for 4 on the day. That'll bring up Larry Heisel. 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a walk. And the pitch, 34. That's a 31 hit in the air to center field. Gary Woods is there to make the grab, and that's 2. Craig Kusick, excuse me, Heisel was 1 for 4. Kusick's 0 for 2. And we're going to bring in a pinch hitter for him. We're going to bring in Rich Childs. So he's going to be batting for Sue Kusick in the 8th. Childs appeared in 21 games, batting 185. Does have 4 doubles. And the pitch to Childs. A 61's a 40. And that's a walk. So he's on first. Which will bring up Butch Weiniger, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. The pitch to Weiniger. 35 is a 14. That's a walk. So we got 2 runners on with 2 outs. Looks like Terrell is going to come up and hit. And the pitch. 12 is a 25. That's hit to the short. He tosses it over to Baylor for the out, and the side's retired. Minnesota strands another one. They threaten, but can't get anybody across. All right. And we're at the end of 8. And it's still 7-2. All right, Toronto's due up. So we're gonna see Tom Johnson's coming back out. Although there is a little activity in the bullpen. Al Woods is up. He's 1 for 4. Run scored on RBI. A 43 is a 29, and that's a comebacker to the mound. Johnson grabs it, throws it to Carew, and that's 1 down. Roy Howell up. 2 for 4 on the day with 2 runs scored. And the pitch. A 55 is an 8, and that's hit in the air to center field. And we see Bostic run over, just makes a leaping catch to grab that one and get 2 away. That will bring up Otto Valiz. So Valiz is 1 for 4 on the day with a run scored. He does have 2 strikeouts. And the pitch. A 16's a 28 that's hit on the ground to short. Smalley grabs it, throws it to Carew, and the side's retired. And so Toronto has a 5-run lead here as we go to the home bottom of the 9th with the score 7-2. Johnson's going to go out to start the 9th inning, but we do see some activity on our bullpen. All right, Roy Smalley's up. Smalley 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Does have a strikeout. And the pitch. 35 is a 39, and that's a walk. So we have Smalley on first. That's going to bring up Mike Cubbage. All right, Cubbage, 1 for 3, has both RBIs for the Twins. Can he add another one? The pitch to Cubbage. 23 is a 32 that's hit here to right. Feliz gets it, throws it in. Smalley stays at first. All right, Lyman Bostic's up. He's 2 for 4 on the day. And the pitch to Bostic. 24 is a 13. He goes down swinging. Johnson's getting fatigued. Can we get him to get 1 more out to finish the game? We see Dan Ford up. 2 outs. And the pitch from Johnson. 63 is a 32. That's hit to right. But Valiz is there to make the grab. And the game is over. So the Toronto Blue Jays come out firing on all cylinders to start this game. And they managed to get the win. So our final score, 7-2. Toronto Blue Jays, 7 runs on 10 hits with no errors. The Minnesota Twins, 2 runs on only 4 hits. We do have the 1 error. And player of the game would have to be Ron Fairley. He was 1 for 1 with 4 RBIs and a run scored, 2 walks. That he had that big 3-run home run plus a sacrifice fly there in the first. So he is your player of the game. Well, thank you for following along. Our winning pitcher is going to be Jerry Garvin. He's going to move to 4-1 on the season. ERA is going to tick up though from that 1.52 he started with. Losing pitcher is Redfern for the Twins. He moves to 2-2. Okay, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please hit like and subscribe. And thank you once again for following Triple G Sports Replays.